everyone. Thank you for being here. It's such a pleasure to see you all and to be here on this beautiful land and share with you nail boards. Maybe it's new for some of you, maybe some of you know what it is or seen it. So today we'll explore it together, and I think together is the easiest way actually to be introduced to nail boards because of like collective energy and support. Any practice is easier together, and life is easier together. My name is Anastasia.
And my name is Dimitri, and our mission is to bring the ancient practice of saddle nail boards to America.
Yeah, so nail boards is the device that originated in India over 2000 years ago. It's also known as a bed of nails or sadhu boards because holy people, sadhus, were using it to break away from pain and also for very deep meditative state. And this is more modern version of that, so it's only for the feet, and they used to have a big size, like a bed size, where they would lay down. And those beds actually right now in many universities of United States, where they studied the law of pressure, where when pressure is distributed evenly, it doesn't puncture the skin or surface. So that's why the bed of nails can be seen in many universities and sometimes museums, but it's actually very practical too.
Mhm. Yeah, I found out about that practice 3 years ago when I went to visit my parents in Russia. Like back then, I didn't know what to do, and I was like searching for the inspiration, and I didn't find it here, and I was like, okay, maybe I have to go back to my motherland and connect back to that energy, to the energy of my ancestors. And that's what I did. And I've been traveling in Russia for the months, and during that visit, I find out about that practice, and I fell in love with it right away. Um, Learning that it's very popular in meditation, ecstatic dance community, and uh, yeah, help and self improvement community, and and right back then I knew that I have to bring it here and introduce it to American public. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the way nail boards work is in the principles of acupressure and reflexology, because the soles of our feet and the palms have thousands of nerve endings and pressure points. So by standing on the nail boards with our feet, we actually stimulate and activate the entire body, because those nerve endings connect to our inner organs, to entire nervous system along the spine, our brain, and help to relax all the muscles as well in the body through like pressure points as well.
Mhm. Yeah, so it works on two levels, on physiological and mental. On physiological, it stimulates our blood and lymphatic system, improve circulation, and also release endorphins, feel good hormones, and also um, hormones that work as a painkillers. Yes, and on a mental level, it works in some way as a neurofeedback device, showing you exactly at what state of like mind and body are you, because the only way to stand on it is to actually be present, be aware of your body, be aware of your breathing. So, for example, if I don't sleep well, if I don't eat well, if I don't spend enough time working on my body, I just can't stand on it. Even like after 3 years of practice, there are like some days that I just can't do that. So it's really great indicator for me, like how good I am
With
with
myself,
myself.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Uh, there is also a very important mental benefit, and I think that's what makes nail boards the most popular among many communities and countries. Is nail boards teach the mind how to respond to any stress with calm presence and relaxed body. So pain is unavoidable, suffering is optional. It's very famous proverb or saying from Haruki Murakami or Dalai Lama. They both said that, but I think it's very beautiful way to say that stress and pain, emotional or physical, will happen in life. You know, we're humans, it's part of experience, but the suffering aspect is what we add to it, with the story that we tell ourselves about what we're feeling or refusing to feel. So the best way to practice on the nail boards and life is to relax and feel it and breathe through it. And in about 5 minutes or so, the sensation on nail boards start to become very manageable, and slowly they fully disappear because of endorphins. And then you find yourself in very blissful, calm, relaxed state. But first 5 minutes can feel very intense, similar to ice bath, if you're familiar with that, where it's a lot of intensity. But together we're gonna breathe through it using long exhales, using Om sound, toning together, and like we'll see how you feel. And you can always listen to your body. If you need to step out early, it's totally fine. But also allow yourself to explore beyond your ages, beyond what you think you can do or what you think is your limit. So then you can apply it to your life as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so the nail boards, I make them over here in Los Angeles. They all handmade, using only high quality materials, hardwood, and also 100% copper nails that by itself have antibacterial properties and a great conductor of electricity. So it's a great device for grounding yourself. And also the nails are dynamic. So as you can see, each nails go up and down. There is a cushion built inside, so this way the nails can take the shape of our foot for the better stimulation of all the points.
Yeah, and you can practice with socks or without. We do recommend starting with socks for people who first time or they still getting used to it. And I think a good time to switch to barefoot is when socks become too easy, because the point of nail boards, in my opinion and experience of like 3 years practicing with people, is to develop the stamina. It's not everything or nothing, right now or never. It's the tool that can help you build mental and physical stamina, meaning each time you're going to do it, it will become easier and easier each time for your body and for your mind, because unknown becomes known. You already tried it, you already know what to expect, you already know how it works, so the mind is more calm as well. You don't add that extra level and don't magnify the pain than what it is actually in the body. So yeah, today we're gonna practice with socks. If you don't have socks, we can share ours, or you can use yours. And I want to mention that the practice is not recommended for people who are currently on a menstrual cycle or pregnant people, because nail boards increase blood circulation. It's very intense sensation, and those times where the body is perfectly designed to do what it needs to do. So that's the reason. Also, people with any cuts, wounds, or healing tattoos on the body, same, because of blood pressure, or any acute diseases where body is healing and need rest. So those are times like fever or any like intense disease where body needs time to heal and rest. So those are times better not to do it. Um, let's see. Any questions so far? Yes.
If I have a chronic anxiety, should I do that?
Anxiety.
Yeah.
I think it's a good tool to help with that. Um, of course, you are your own teacher and guide, first of all, so always listen to your body, like how far you want to go today or in each practice. But in my personal experience, it in opposite. And when I feel anxious, when I feel down, when I feel not fully myself, I use nail boards to help me move through it, because I think anxiety is, the more we resist, the more it amplifies. So the more we use for any sedatives to get rid of it, but I think the better way is to calm the mind, is to connect to the body. And nail boards help you to feel that you actually have the body, because anxiety is basically a story that on the loop repeats and amplifies itself, where we focus too much on thinking, or and we don't want to feel it. So the best way that I have discovered in my lifetime to calm the mind or any feeling of discomfort or anxiety or fear is to actually reconnect and feel the body. And there are different tools for that. Nail boards is a pressure tool, but there is also heat like sauna, cold like ice bath, movement, like dance, yoga, or anything. So all of those are different tools to feel the body again, to control the mind. Because if we connect with our breath and our body, we can control our mind, our emotions, and our feelings, and allowing body to feel and move through it. The more we resist, the bigger it becomes. That's at least from what I'm learning and experiencing so far. But I invite you to, of course, always listen to your body. And if you don't go through the threshold of pain, which I mentioned about 5 minutes today, another day, maybe, or maybe it will happen today with more ease. We're capable of more than we think we are. So
Yeah, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I fell in love with the practice. I had anxiety and panic attacks probably for many years, and trying to heal it from with different modalities. And for me, nail boards were like um, yeah, the most important tool in my healing journey.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I use nail boards like in the mornings just to start the day and prepare the mind for anything that could happen, like with my yoga and breath work, just do mini session just to wake up, and be in the body for the day. But also whenever I feel the intense emotion or thoughts or anything that comes up, I use it in any time of a day, just because it's as intense as I can feel sometimes, or the thoughts or the news or the energy. Sometimes I feel too low or too tired or too excited or too anxious. So too much or too little of everything. It can feel really intense. So that's also the times where I like to use nail boards to ground, to bring it back to here and now. I'm here, I'm in my body, it's okay, we can breathe through it. So, and the way we're going to practice today, we'll start with very short yoga warm up to warm up the body in case we didn't move enough today, or even if we did, just to warm up all the joints and so their blood and flows more freely through the body and there is less tension, because the less tense you are, the easier it will be to stand on the nail boards. It's not about enduring. The more relaxed you will be on nail boards, the sooner the pain goes away, the sooner the tension goes away. So I highly recommend trying to relax during the practice. And then we'll do short breath work to calm the mind after talking, listening, thinking, and also prepare the mind, connect to the breath, because breath is the main tool when we practice on nail boards, when we live life, when we give birth, when people go through in any intense situations. Breath is the tool that can get us through anything, including this. And then we will stand on nail boards. We'll break up into pairs and we'll support each other. So you can give and receive. You can receive and practice, but also lead someone and practice being a leader and connect with somebody in community through the challenge together. Because going through the challenge is by far more bonding than just sharing, casual time. So that's why we can be here for each other and learn to be open to support and receive in the challenging times.